Stand up or die on your knees.
A girl leaves her hat on, but she holds her right hand over her heart.
Go.
Attack day.
Today, we're in a hidden museum in Southern Pines, North Carolina. In this case, we have displayed all the credible evidence of evolution. They have the tools of the trades, from train conductors, doctor, elephant trainer, which is, I'll show you that right here. A piano tuner. A ship's steward. This tool was used by a man who served as a porter on a sailing ship. It is a fire alarm from the days before electronics. If you pick it up and swing it, you'll know that it would awaken people in their staterooms in the case of a fire. The steward went down the corridors yelling fire and using the fire alarm. This is a little bit different today because it's been raining for like 4 days. You'll see a license plate collection. Every state of the Union. But there's a possum skull, a raccoon, an ostrich, an alligator, white-tailed deer. That's a Mohawk alligator. It's a kind of like an Indian piece, it says. They symbolize earth, foxtail, sky equals the feathers, and water equals the alligator. Goliath, bird-eating tarantula. There's fool's gold. Kit fox. They are called swift foxes, roam the deserts and grasslands of the western United States. This fox got its name because its small size, 4 to 6 pounds. It is like that of a kitten. All the Bibles from different countries. That's a load of money. Here's a 50 caliber musket balls in the back there. Genuine Ford parts, Dearborn, Michigan. Toolkit for a Model T. Who is that? It's a, well, there's a vulture somewhere. I don't see the vulture, but It says vulture and owl. You'll see two fake vultures and a fake owl. They're protected species, and therefore, as mandated by the state, we are not allowed to have real birds in the museum. The turkey vulture builds no nest. It eats dead things, both human and animal. They are garbage collectors of creation and do not carry disease themselves. Vultures are found from Canada, South America. They grow about 30 inches long. The owl is also a bird of prey, keeping farms free of rats, mice, and also dead creatures. I don't see the vulture though. Oh, there it is. My knight in shining armor right there. The television is in more homes than indoor plumbing. Did John Wayne touch these? The claim to fame of these tools is that they were used in a number of John Wayne movies, such as Rio Lobo and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon starring John Wayne. These are from left to right: a buggy wrench, handmade screwdriver, and wire cutters circa 1800s. And I'm on a date with myself today, so I had nothing to do today after work, so I just came and did this. Look at that piranha in the very back there. Saws. Ooh, beautiful peacock. The peacock is in the pheasant family, which is a rather large family because it contains 165 different kinds. The male uses plumage to attract females and cackles, whistles, and screams to increase the effect. He even jumps up high in the air again and again, shakes his feathers to be certain the females notice. His amazing eye tail gives appearance. Mountain lion. Mountain lion is a generic term according to the encyclopedia. This animal may be described as a puma, catamount, panther, cougar, or mountain lion. A typical name is the eastern cougar. It is native to North Carolina and is now an endangered species. The animal you see here is a western puma who resides in the circus. Out west, ranchers regard mountain lions as pests. They are able to break the neck of a full-grown cow with a single leap. This is a male cat and one that is unusually large specimen. The largest on record weighed 227 pounds. The cry of a mountain lion is wild and terrifying. It sounds like a woman screaming in pain. This cat was mounted in South Carolina. The state of North Carolina's flag there. Undertaker's saw used to cut the rings off of fingers of the deceased. There are 62 kinds of kangaroos. They are native to Australia and surrounding islands. The female is a marsupial. This means she has a pouch on her tummy in which to carry her young. The kangaroo is the largest marsupial in the world. The only marsupial in North America is the opossum. The kangaroo has a short life, usually 6 to 8 years. The one you see here was mounted in Australia more than 50 years ago and came to us from another museum. I've been to Australia, and the kangaroos are like on the sides of the roads and stuff like that, and the wallabies. It's really neat. And what's going on over there is pretty sad with all the animals. A blue Arctic fox. The Arctic fox is found in Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, and Siberia. The fox is trapped for fur and sometimes sold as a pet in the United States. His feet develop fur, snowshoes, in such the manner that Arctic birds grow special feathers to pad their feet. There's the jackalope. This is a critter invented by taxidermists. Some claim to believe it's real. This is a fancy model with the following parts: the body of a jackrabbit, the horns of the white-tailed deer, the feet of a chicken, the feathers of a pheasant, and tail of a coon. What? Look at this fish. This has to be a joke. A fur-bearing trout, very rare. Caught while trolling in Great Slave Lake. This lake is in the town of Yellowknife in the Canadian Northwest Territories. It is believed that the great depth and extreme penetrating coldness of the water in which these fish live have caused them to grow their dense coat of usually white hair. And there's the porcupine. If anybody hasn't told you yet, but you're the star of the United States of America, let's start acting like it. We represent the star on the flag in whichever state you live in. Starfish live in all the world's oceans, but are not exactly fish. They have a suction cup at the end of each foot to use for crawling. The starfish sees a small eye spot at the tip of each arm. Even if the starfish is cut into pieces, each piece will regenerate into a new animal. You want to see the bear that they have? There you go. The granddaddy of all beanie babies. 7 feet 3 inches tall. Albino raccoon. The albino raccoon is a curiosity that appears approximately once in 17,000 births. The coon is active mostly at night. He builds his den in the hollow tree, hollow log, or rock. This albino was from South Carolina. Raccoons like to dip their food into water as they eat because they have no saliva glands. The sand dollars there. This is the international code, like code, flag, and answering pennants. I have a diver down, keep well, clear at slow speed. Man overboard. No signal. I'm disabled. Communicate with me. I wish to communicate with you. Stop carrying out your intentions and watch for my signals. United States Coast Guard golf balls. We are in part of the area where golf is played, Pinehurst. There's a cobra. This is an Indian cobra. His hood is actually nothing more than a flattened neck. The portrayal of an Indian snake charmer playing his flute to charm a cobra is a deceiving picture indeed. All snakes are totally deaf. They have no ears of any kind and must feel vibrations through the ground. Look at that pine cone. That's a sequoia pine cone. Skunks. Supposedly, I don't know if this is real or not, it is against the law to dynamite a skunk in North Carolina. Somebody look that up and see if it is. The flag of the United States of America. This is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the U.S. Capitol on January 22nd, 1999, at the request of the Honorable Jesse Helms, United States Senator.
Look at that sneaker. The missing one.
And this is the flag. Alright, this is a Imperator Atlas moth. There are more than 1 million kinds of insects known and identified by science. This is the largest kind of insect in the world. The fairy fly is the smallest. It is 1 in 1,000th the size of the Atlas moth. Moths are usually distinguished from butterflies by the fact that the moth has a much fatter body. The Atlas moth is found only in the Philippine Islands. And there's some other butterflies and things. There's a butterfly. Timber wolf. There's a glare on the thing. Watch out for the rattlesnakes. Black bears grow up to approximately 5 feet long. The average male weighs 425 pounds. However, in '98, a bear was shot weighing 880 pounds. As you can see by this example, not all black bears are black. This is what is known as black bear in brown phase. The colorization varies as they shed their hair in the warm weather and grow it for the winter. And that is a honey raccoon. This beige colored raccoon is a variation in the coon family. That's a wildcat, also known as a bobcat. This animal is found in virtually all parts of our state. A lot is suggested by a common North Carolinian adage describing physical prowess of a man who could whip his weight in wildcats. These cats weigh as much as 25 pounds. There's some alligators. They're native to North Carolina too. There's turkey. Squirrel crossings, which I think Brevard, North Carolina, they have most of the albino squirrels. I'm not too sure, but I think that's true. There's a flying squirrel. There's a chipmunk with a military suit on. Taxidermy being funny. There's a deer. So, thanks for watching Attackett Adventures today, and keep watching Attackett Adventures. I might do a little bit of video when we walk out, but thanks for watching. And Eastern Diamondback right there. Woo! You don't want to come upon one of those. This is Southern Pines, where we did the pine cone drop. There's a train coming. There's the old train stop there. The flag is at half mast because of the two paratroopers, 82nd Airborne. We'll stand here and watch the train go by. Thank you for coming today and watching this video. Even though it was inside the museum, maybe y'all learned something. I did. I didn't know there was a fish that had hair on it. So y'all go attack the day in your neighborhood and hit that like button, and please subscribe.